Okay guys, UK review guy here again. Today's review on the Spyderco Sharpmaker. Basically like a knife sharpener, if you've not seen one before. Comes in a nice little handy box, everything in it, all you need to use, and open that up. Need that later on. Inside you get two of these grey stones, which I think they class as the medium, sort of medium grit if you like. And two of the white stones, which they class as your fine grit. Now you can also buy additional stones that you can get extra fine, sort of more coarse and things like that. But to be honest, these are fine for I'd say most people. I've never had a problem with them. You get these brass rods, which is designed to protect your fingers. Other than that, that's just a plastic cap, plastic base. So I suppose what you're paying for is sort of these stones and the design, because it's a clever thing, but literally that's all that is just a lump of plastic, obviously moulded to the right specification for what you need it for, but there's nothing fancy about it. So again, the cover here just goes over the other half to help you hold it down. I don't know if you can see on here, hopefully you can. The one says 40-degree angle and the other one says sort of 30-degree for a back bevel. I've never used that. I think that's if you've your blade's sort of gone really dull and you need to sort of take an extra angle and take an extra layer off it to get it really back to being sharp again. This 40 degrees I use for everything, and it's fine. Just keeping on top of pen knives and bits and bobs and stuff like that, kitchen knives and what have you. I've used the sort of the any sharp type thing, which is like a mould with a V, and you draw the knife through it. Use them for a while, and you tend to see a lot of sort of the knife material being left behind, which I started thinking maybe that can't be doing it so much good. And also obviously if you don't get the technique right and you drag it, you do end up with more divots in it and potholes in your knife. So I found this really good, really impressed with it. In fact, anyone I've ever shown has also been really impressed with it. So just a quick demonstration of how you use it. You put the lid on there, say, to help hold it. You put these guards, one in that way, one in that way, dead straight forward. Obviously your hand goes here then, so it's protected by the these. Obviously the bigger the knife, that's more important to you. And you start with the I suppose it depends on what your how dull your blade is and how sharp you want it to go to, but you start with these two grey ones on the corners, and you'll find that this the way this is made, this sort of mass plastic moulding, one fits in this way, one fits in that way. Now that angle there is meant to be the perfect angle for sharpening your knife. So I'll turn it this way so you can see it a bit better. So you got that's perfectly set at 40-degree angle. So when you take your knife, this one's I'll show you it's got lemon and juice. It's all right, but it's not brilliant. The easiest way I found to sharpen this is actually to have the Sharpmaker sort of at waist height and stand up. You can sort of sit down and do it, but it's not as comfy. I tend to, you don't find to get the strokes even. So as I'm doing it now, this is literally all you need to do. You just run the blade straight down, and you know every time you're running it down at the same angle. So it's almost like having a whetstone that's set up at a perfect angle. There's obviously loads of different systems out there. Some of them are mega money. I think you get these on offer in the UK for, I don't know, about 50 quid, 60 quid. With all your stones and everything, the full kit. There is a DVD in there how to use it, but basically that's it really. You just kind of draw that down there, and you keep going until you're sharp. What you do then is you turn this to the side, so you've got a flat edge rather than an angled edge. And then you go again basically. Now I think the manual says you do possibly 20 strokes on each side. it depends how sharp your knife is, or how dull your knife is, how sharp you actually want it, and what your actual knife material is made of. So I've just done a few passes there, and straight away I can see that's loads better. But straight away I can see from those few passes that's done it. In all genuine honesty, I found this is really good as long as you don't let your knife go too dull. If you've got a knife that's really dull, I suppose you could use the other edge, which is what it's for, but I try and keep on top of it, because otherwise, you know, you can be there all day. If you've got a really good knife steel as well, like, I don't know, S90V, S110, something like that, it's going to be more work. You're going to have to give it more passes, obviously. That's, I suppose, self-explanatory, really. But I found for most stuff, to be honest, I don't know, 10-15 strokes with the corners, 10-15 strokes with the flat is more than enough. These white stones you can use, again, you put the corner in first, do another, say, 20, and then you put the flat of the white stone in, and that'll give you an even better edge. And I did do it when I first got it, just to try and see sort of how good you can get it, and you can get stuff ridiculously sharp with it. If you want to spend the time going for it and doing it and just keeping at it and at it and at it, you can actually get there with it. But the question is, I suppose, how sharp do you need your knife? The downside I found to getting it ridiculously sharp is that you end up soon taking the edge off, and you ridiculously sharp all of a sudden goes back to averagely sharp quite quick. So for the extra work and the extra effort, is it worth it? Probably not really. But yeah, that's the principle really behind it. Is you just run it down. It's dead easy to use. Anyone can use it. And you can do sort of the whole knife block in, I don't know, 10-15 minutes probably. Just a few passes. And you can get everything you've got sharp. Again, as I said, it depends on what knife you've got, quality of knife, your quality of steel, how dull it is, and what you want to use it for. If you want to take the skin off of a tomato or something like that, then you could spend 20 minutes on this, and you could get it to like a scalpel sharp. But you know, if you're only going to chop a potato with it or a piece of cardboard, you don't really need to. But for the money, you can keep all your knives sharp, dead easy, dead quick. Obviously depends on how much you're using, but I, you know, every couple of months, 2 or 3 months, or 3 or 4 times a year, just run them all over, and you get them back to sort of as good as they were. This will get you sort of near factory sharp from most blades. This Leatherman, when I picked it up, was absolutely superbly sharp. I've never quite got it that sharp, but at the end of the day, this has probably been done on sort of a specialised machine, I would imagine. This is sort of sold for home use, and for home use it does exactly what you need it to. It's a really cracking little kit, and most people have shown it to, you know, taking it wherever and stuff like that, or people have had a look at it or seen me using it, said, you know, a little bit about it, had a go with it, impressed with it. So yeah, it's obviously other reviews out there that should go into more detail on it, but it's just a quick review, and I do find it dead handy. Other little tip is, obviously dead straightforward one, but I tend to keep this one. I found the cover can be a bit loose, so when you put it back together, just put the rubber band over the top, holds it all together nicely for you. But yeah, it's a cracking little kit, goes away nice and simple. I'll just start taking it down. Now the other thing with this, if you are a handy knife sharpener, I'm not, so that's why I use it. You can set these up like that, and obviously you've got like a traditional stone, if you know how to use it. Or I think you can even put them in the end here, doing sort of scissors and bits and bobs like that. If you want to sort of, I don't know, do some scissors or longer items, then you can get them in this way. Never used that side, I'll be honest, never used it that way. I've only ever used it for doing knives, so it's just a quick touch up on knives. But it's a cracking little bit of kit. For what you pay, it's a nice little idea really. Well, it's clever. I mean, for money wise for what you get. It doesn't like you get a lot, but I suppose it's an investment in a tool really. And yeah, I'm impressed with it. I think it does the job well. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. I'll keep your eyes out for more videos.